Someone wise once said that everything you desire is on the other side of fear. That's where you'll find the courage to make your dreams come true, to create the life you've always wanted. So like most people, I just stayed in my comfort zone, but I still felt like I should be doing more with my life. I was just too damn scared to take a risk and seize the moment. So here I am. I want to take the leap, but my knees start to shake and I imagine the worst possible outcome. I take a deep breath and try to center myself, but I know it's already too late. So I turn away, giving up on my hopes and dreams, destined to let fear rule my life forever.
It's been really refreshing to experience something like this. I mean, we're having coffee by a waterfall in the morning instead of hordes of people waiting to take photos. This is like our own private, really peaceful experience.
For me, I'm somebody who tends not to do a lot of things because of fear.
Right. So I think it holds him back in a lot of situations. Something as simple as flying the drone.
I don't know how to describe that the fear of heights makes me feel like I'm the drone. And the higher I go, the more nervous I get. And it's kind of illogical and irrational. There's so many other things that can go wrong and things that can throw you off.
So do you think it is heights, or could it be just as it is with swimming in certain places, that it's like fear of the unknown? It's like you don't know what's going to happen to your drone. So what it is, it's like things are out of your control.
Yeah, I mean, like there's been a couple times where the drone lost signal and the screen just went black. And that was like a really high anxiety moment for me. But it's like,
set in.
Okay, but what I can say is like, it's not something that's rational when you think about fear. It's not like you're looking at some statistic, like look at your fear of flying. I mean, it's gotten better over time, but the logic is there, like there's no reason to be afraid. It's only because you see plane crashes here and there, and it's like a one-off of like 1 in 2 billion.
Yeah, that's really strange that I have this fear of flying. I've been on planes since I was a child, but in my teens, I just noticed I started getting more and more nervous on planes.
And more anxious.
More anxious, yeah. There's some kind of irrational fear, and the ironic thing is Richard doesn't have it. As afraid as he is in other situations with flying,
and how afraid
totally
I am of heights too. You would think that I'd be like, oh, but I think.
But you say it's like a roller coaster.
It's strange because it's like, yeah, it's something that I have no control over. If for some chance the plane's gonna go down, then okay. I'll accept it. I'll accept it. So I don't think about it so much. It's the same logic, like the percentage of shark attacks is something so minimal, more so than I think
if anything,
airplane crashes.
If anything, sharks should be afraid of humans, not the other way around.
Exactly. So sharks was always something that was big in my mind whenever I was stepping in the ocean. And I think that's also because, you know, I didn't really swim in the ocean until my 20s, you know, like it was just, oh, let's go into a lake. But it's like, you know, movies that I watched when I was a kid, like Jaws or something like that, I was much more susceptible to believing all of these things as being real. And I was more naive about it rather than understanding, okay, yeah, that's just a movie. It was more, no, that really could happen. So I'm going to be prepared in case it does. So like I remember like being in the water, even I wear goggles, and when we're snorkeling in Koh Phi Phi, I remember having this feeling like at any point in time something could just come in,
and probably with the music.
And that's also watching the beach. Like I was there, you know, and that there was a shark attack in that movie, right?
How often do you find that it limits you being adventurous and you kind of trying new things that otherwise would make you feel a lot more alive?
This is just for proof that I was here. This is just proof that I was here.
Yeah, so it's like, okay, breaking things down and just going with it regardless, and you're able to accomplish more. But I think fear in a large part is a huge motivator. I mean, look at how fear is used.
Exactly, right?
Look at how fear is used in the world, like the whole
it's
terrorism.
Like, is fear debilitating or is it motivating?
I think it's different for different people, but then it's also manipulated in different situations too.
That's why you have to recognize and ask yourself, where is that fear coming from? Is it rational? What is it motivated by? This waterfall that you see, we went for a swim yesterday. When we first got down, Richard did a little scout. For you, it was like, what's under there?
What's under? And for me, it's like, okay, we're in the jungle, so snakes are not impartial to swimming around,
spiders.
right? And here, one of the dogs actually was recently bit by a snake. He was just
So much
swimming around.
so that
he has a nice big tumor-looking thing on his face.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's something that couldn't happen, but I think you have to be able to let go of that fear and just say, okay, well,
yeah, or you don't swim in it, or you don't
enjoy it. And I had a really beautiful experience.
We climbed up, and then I jumped in. He laughed at me and how I landed.
Maybe a good point to try would be, maybe I should go up there, and maybe I should jump from the top, and we should see if that's something that I can do.
Muster the courage.
Yeah.
Go! You can do it! You can do it! Come on!